And here we are on July 13th of 2002. It's a Saturday afternoon as we do a video of another Remarkably, this being number 15 and probably the 10th one I've got on video over all these years. This is a 1996 Buick Park Avenue, silver, and probably the nicest car I've ever owned. And for sure this is the newest car I've ever owned. This is only the second Buick I think I've ever had. I remember I had a 1963 Buick Skylark when I lived in Columbus back in the early 70s. But this Buick is really, really nice. This is an old person's car, but I'm an old person now, so this suits me just fine. This is the first car I've had in a long time that does not have a leather interior. It's actually cloth or velour something. I think it's cloth. But it's nice. It's a light gray. We always like to show the doors. This actually has a wraparound design, which I'll get to later on. Of course, all power. Okay, now we're in the back seat, and you can see this wraparound design a little bit better. Goes all the way from here across the whole dashboard over to the other door. It's a mixture of wood paneling, wood grain, and plastic. Very, very nice. No digital dash in this car, but that's okay. It doesn't make it that much of a difference anymore, really. Steering wheel is a lot like that Olds 98 that I had, with some remote controls for the radio and the heater or air conditioning, whichever you want to use. Of course, has a airbag over there, and somewhere it's got an airbag over there as well, I think right behind this plate. We're back on the driver's side door again with the lights. Whoa, a little too much reflection there. And down here we have the remote controls for the gas cap release and the remote trunk release, heating vent, lights, and your gauges. It says Dynaride, and it's got a very, very smooth ride. At least this has gauges and no idiot lights. The main reason I bought this car is right up there. It's just ready to hit 43,040 miles. I bought this car, I had just over 42,000. This thing should last me a while. I've had it for 6 months. I bought it in January of 2002 and very, very happy with it. Got a nice radio, which I'll demo later on in this video. Of course, climate controls. And on this car, we have a passenger climate control for cool and warm, where the passenger can actually control their own air conditioning and or heat for their side, which is kind of nice. Up here is an option lamp monitor. When you turn the car on at night and the lights are on, you see a little red LED by each one of these things showing that all these lights are working. And up here we have interior lights, and this is actually a programmable garage door opener. This thing doesn't open up, I think, except to adjust that, which is kind of nice. And like my Olds 98 touring sedan, we have not only typical mirrors with somewhere I think it's a dimmer on here. There it is. There's the old cameraman. This car has two sun visors. One here, then another drop-down one over here. So if you're driving and you're making a lot of turns at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, you have a sun visor here and here, which is awfully nice. Again, my Olds 98 had that, and I always liked that feature. Got them on both sides. And of course it has the extensions that come out over here, like my Cadillacs all had. This is the first mirror I've had that actually has a compass right over here, which I'll activate when we actually do the demo. And it's got this dim thing that actually dims your mirror when you're driving at night, and there's a car's headlights reflecting in the rear view mirror, which is also nice. This is what I call a two-level dashboard. There's actually a whole bunch of lights up here on this level that come on when you first turn on the car, which I think I'm going to do at night tonight when I can get a better shot of them. Car is very, very clean. This also has a premium sound system, by the way, with a large bass speaker there and a, I'm guessing it's a tweeter up here. And these are in the doors where I don't like them. I actually like dashboard speakers, but these sound pretty good, which is kind of surprising, but there's actually pretty good separation from these speakers. There's also a center console, which can flip up or down. Again, this is lined with cloth, not leather, with 2 cup holders, and of course the usual compartments in here for change and cassettes and all that. And these things can fold in if you want them to. But I always keep it up like that. I don't really use it. Back seat's just as clean as the front seat. Extremely clean. And it's got the pockets back here on both seats, which is kind of nice. Same wood grain design. And these also have a center armrest, I think, that comes down right there. I even like the trunk of this car. It's got an automatic trunk release because it's got this net, which is great when you're hauling around groceries and stuff so they don't fly around all over the trunk. Except for a little bit of dust and dirt, the trunk is pretty clean too. Amazingly enough, the engine is still pretty clean, even after going through half of a Cleveland winter. But it's still in pretty good shape. Nice big V, I think it's a V6. I'm not, yeah, it says V6. And it's pretty clean in here. Haven't put a whole lot of money in this thing in repairs. Mainly 2 oil leaks is all I've had to really take care of. But this is pretty clean. And that's it for now. We're going to do another demo of this car tonight when I can show the dashboard and all the warning lights and everything. So we'll come back and do a little bit more of this demo later on tonight. Okay, we are back. It's now about 9:30 the same night, and as soon as these interior lights go off, we'll continue the demo and show you what this car looks like at night. Kind of nice. Dimming? What a classic car! When you first put the key in, I want to show this these I guess you call them light sensors. They only come on when you first start the car. They're right up here, showing you, and that was it. But here's all the lights I was talking about. Oh, I forgot to turn the headlight thing off. That's what I forgot. Right, let me try it again. Here's all the idiot lights I was talking about. All over the place. These are actually warning lights, not idiot lights. Like I said, there's a whole line of them up here on the second level of the dash. I just started the car. You can see what's up here. Let me turn on the just the parking lights, I guess, which I never do. Oh, I see what I did here. All right. When I get the gauges, this car has a lot of nice lights at night. Pretty much in I'd say turquoise, kind of like my old like my old Olds 98 touring sedan had. Okay, we're back. I had to turn down the iris a little bit to show how blue this comes out. It's kind of a nice aqua color. Here's temperature gauge, and this is the oil gauge, speedometer. I could almost get it. 43,000 miles. I love it. And here's a tach. This car actually has a tach on it. Turn this brightness up a little bit here. Where are we? Panel lights. Twilight Sentinel, which is something that most of my Cadillacs had. And on the door, there's the lights, headlights, and the parking lights. And inside the door we actually have some lights too. For the lock and all that. And there's like a little tiny light bulb right above all the window controls, which is kind of nice. And even in the steering wheel, these are illuminated at night. Scan and seek. And over here we have the volume for the radio and the temperature control, which is kind of nice. Here again is the radio. Which I'm going to demo, because this radio is really, really nice. And down here are all the temperature controls, which I'm also going to demo, because they're also kind of neat. Turn the car on and see what happens here. Well, you should be getting something here. 75 outside. Woo-hoo-hoo. There's our lamp monitors, and they all did go on, so I guess all my lamps are okay. Here on the passenger side, what I was showing before, passenger climate control, and also there are lights for the door lock and the window controls. I can show the compass now. We are pointing north. Funny how this thing does not want to focus. Isn't that interesting? There we go. That's on the rear view mirror. Let me go ahead and roll the windows down first of all. It's kind of warm in here. And turn the headlights off. Let me show this radio. This is really neat. Push on. The thing I like about this radio is, as I got myself centered, it's got a whole bunch of different tone controls, which is kind of nice. I forget where they are. Here we go. Classical, pop, rock, jazz, and they all sound different. Talk, country and western, or manual, which of course I'm on. And we get some interior lights on. So I can't see it, but there's little knobs over here that you can turn for the treble bass and all that. What's kind of nice is when you put a tape in, this control says C in for cassette in. Tape starts flashing. Then you have your side A and B. It's kind of nice. And again, you have your tone control, which changes everything. Get rid of that. The temperature control is kind of neat too. Something I never had before is something called airflow. If you push this thing up and down, it actually changes the direction of the air. You can go to floor, middle, or windshield and floor, or just a windshield, I think, depending on what you do. And of course there's a fan speed and all that. But that's kind of neat. I never had that before in a car. Put the defrost on, which I think is up here. Where are we here? There's a defrost. Of course, it's only on the windshield. Shut that off. And of course, it shows the outside temp. So that's the car at night. Let me do a panorama from the back seat. Okay, we're in the back seat now, and the garage light came on, so you're going to have actually more light than we should, but at least you can see what this puppy looks like at night. My air conditioning also kicked in. These interior lights dim, which is, to me, is really classy. I like that. This thing is really, really nice. Okay, here's a panorama from the back seat again, showing the steering wheel and its 4 little controls and the dashboard. Again, not digital, but that's okay. Kind of nice. I want to see how this comes out in digital video. Okay, Remarkably number 15, 1996 Buick Park Avenue. And hope you enjoyed this little video. And I'm going to end this tape for now as we fade out. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.